Pillage.
Recording. All right. Welcome to the Rage and Pillage podcast. Oh, hell yeah. Some music just happened. It's awesome. I'm your host, Burley. As always, I'm joined by Rob. What's up, brother? Take a little sippy poo.
So is Rob usually
Cheers,
on
bitches.
Rob is the new co-host of Rage and Pillage
here? Oh, that's
podcast.
awesome. Congrats,
Very
Rob.
nice.
Yeah.
We are a team now. We are a team.
We are a
And,
dynamic duo.
Yeah. Speaking of
You know
dynamic
how that
duos.
works?
Yeah. Speaking of dynamic duos, we got one on the show tonight. We have Tyson and Logan from the Dad Bods and Beards podcast. What's
yes,
up, brothers?
sir.
Also, Copper John's Beard Co. Is that the whole name?
It's just Copper John's. Let's see. Oh, no,
I
what
added some
happened?
syllables.
Now I'm all logging. I'm just logging.
Maybe it'll work out in the upload.
Lagging
Yeah.
in life, lagging in streaming.
So how you fellas doing? I know it's early for y'all over there right now, huh?
I don't know. 7 p.m. is not that early anymore.
I talked to this
It's early
this
for me.
woman in it's early. I talked to this woman in Sweden, and she's like, "Dude, it gets dark around like 3:00 in the afternoon." I'm like, "That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
What?
crazy." Yeah, I couldn't
Well,
could
dude,
not
I'm
handle
watching.
that.
I'm watching that news show, the on HBO. What's it? The True Detective, where they're in Alaska.
Yeah.
And I always, dude, it's really fucking good if you like Supernatural. And True Detective is just a good show in general, but it's like Supernatural too this season. But it's based in Alaska during like when it's like dark for 6 months, and it fucks with you because it's like
Oh, yeah.
daytime for them, but it's pitch black, and I'm like, I feel like it's midnight every single time I'm watching the show. But it's actually really
What's it called again?
Is True
True Detective Night something.
Oh, okay.
Was-
I know what you're
was
talking
True
about.
Detective-
Night Country.
I've
Wasn't
seen
the
the
one with
previews.
Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, but they were only in it, I think, the first
The
two
first
seasons
season.
or the first season.
First season was dope. I enjoyed that
Yeah.
show. That was fucking fire, dude. I love that one.
See, I'm watching the Halo series right now. Just like going back to like high school. You know, I'm like
They have a
finally
series?
seeing it all come to life.
Yeah, it's on Paramount.
It's pretty good. Like it's pretty true to like. I mean, all the gear, all the vehicles, everything is like dead on.
I didn't discover Halo till my 30s.
Really.
Oh.
Yeah, I was a PlayStation guy. So
See, I only had Halo because my brother-in-law, like, he had one of like the first generation Xboxes and he had it like modified, and then he bought
nice.
when like the next Xbox came, like I'm not a gamer either, but when the next version of the Xbox came out, he gave me that one, and then I just started playing the original Halo, and then up until like late teens, and then it dropped off. But
dude,
People still play
video
that shit,
games.
man.
Yeah, I play video games a lot.
it's good.
The
I've been
games that are
watching
coming
The
out
Boys.
now are
The Boys is freaking fantastic.
it's a 10.
I love
It's a
it.
10.
I'm on season 3. I mean, I've gone through 2 seasons like a day and a half.
Then you got to watch the spin-off about the school that teaches them, like that, like breeds
took
these
the
kids.
words right
That
out of
one
my mouth.
very first, and that's what got me into it. I'm like, wait, this is a whole thing, and so then I had to go back and
so-
start watching it.
It's
I-
like so screwed up.
Before this episode, that's what me and the wifey were catching up on because we were only on like episode 2. So we finished, I think, we're almost on episode 3.
Of
and
which
it's
one?
So fucking good. V, the
it's so
spinoff.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I finished that in. I'm not. I probably shouldn't say. I stayed up till 5 in the morning. I watched the whole entire season, and I was like, "Oh, we're not going to get a second season until 2025. This kind of sucks." So
Well, see, I like it. I like the boys and like the spin-off, and I went down and watched all the little shorts and the cartoons and stuff that they did too.
I haven't seen that.
Because I feel like if superheroes were a real thing, that is exactly how it would be.
Oh, 100%.
It would be commercialized. People would be just straight up horrible monsters.
Let's roundtable it. What is? And let's take the easy one off the table. Invisibility. You can't pick that one. What's your choice superpower? We'll start with Logan.
Oh, dude, see, I feel like I haven't thought that one through. I think this is so cliche, but I can think of so many good applications, like just time control, like time manipulation.
Yeah.
Like,
That would be
oh
sick.
crap, I should not have said that. Like, like, oh hey man, how are you?
That's
Oh, I shit my pants. Sorry, I'm good.
You
Don't wait
Man,
an extra 30
Burley
seconds.
said that a couple of days ago.
yeah. I could have used that one.
it would take like binging and eating, like, or binging and purging to a whole new level. Like,
Oh, dude. yeah.
well, that was
keep-
great, but eat it again.
Keep eating the same meal over and over. What about you, Tyson? What's your go-to superpower?
I think it'd be like Wolverine, where it's like you can heal and you don't get sick and
I'm
all
into
that
that
kind of
one.
stuff.
Man, that's a good one. I didn't even think of that one. I
Then
got
I
Just
just
like-
put metal in my bones, and I'm just joking.
Just live forever.
no. I thought that was part of it. You have to get the metal, and it's got to
Yeah.
hurt every time you sing sing. I'm into that.
Adamantium. Come on.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
That's
that a
type
real
of
metal?
What kind of nerd are you?
It's a type
I
of
mean,
metal.
his name is Logan, so I kind of have to. I have to
It's
like
true.
know about him.
At any
so-
point in your life, have you ever done the burns like that?
Oh yeah, the chops.
Yeah.
No, I thought about one year. Trying to be like Wolverine who let himself go for Halloween. Just like yeah.
Kind of like Fat Thor, you know? Like-
You know what's really upsetting is that like Thor in that with Fat Thor is not really that fat.
no, I was
I
like,
was like, oh look at Fat Thor. I'm like, man, I would kill to look like Fat
I'd
Thor.
take that. Yeah, I would take that 100% of the time.
Fat Thor's got
What-
some traps, man. Like, come on.
Oh no!
Finally, it is a sign.
Stand back. It is not a sign. There's my storage.
They fell just like they're going to fall in 2 weeks. Ooh.
No,
That
this is
helmet to
gonna be
helmet
like
hit on
another
Purdy, huh?
Dude. Hey, Logan, what did you say we had to go as Halloween together this next year?
Oh, hold on.
It was something. I can't
Mike
remember.
and Sully from Monsters Inc.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because you guys,
awesome.
the dynamic of me being 5'10" and Tyson being 6'4" is just it's hilarious.
Pretty solid, yeah. But you
Fucks
got to
with
do
me,
the
man,
whole.
Because I swear to God, I feel like you would be the taller one. Every time you guys say that, maybe it's the beard. I don't know.
His beard
See,
is
I get
huge.
that question all the time on social media. People are like, "How tall are you?" It's like my proportions make me look like I'm pretty evenly proportioned, but like I have the same wingspan as Tyson. It's weird. So I have decently long legs and I have long arms, but like my torso is kind of.
You're a fucking gorilla, dude. That's what you are, dude. you got gorilla arms, dude.
Silverback.
Man. All right, what about you, Rob? Let's do the last one. Fucking, what's your superpower?
I don't know, man. Can iron liver be one? I could drink as much as I want without dying.
I think that falls into Wolverine.
I actually think I might have that now. It's just I haven't tested it all the way. I don't know, man. I feel like flying would be cool. There's no
would be
practicality
dope.
for it, other
Oh,
than
dude.
I don't have to wait in line for fucking airport security. I can just be like, fuck you
It's
guys.
so laid every time, dude. Laid constantly.
Let's have
I love-
TSA pre-check, son.
of all the possibilities of being able to fly, you're just like, and then I don't have to wait in line at the airport. Like,
How often are you at the airport?
yeah, it's gonna be like I fly like maybe once a
Did you
year.
ever see the
Like,
movie Jump?
yes, that was a
Yeah,
good
I
one.
think that would be a cool
Oh
superpower.
yeah,
Where you can
was
jump
that,
from
like-
city to city, and that would be cool.
Oh,
yeah.
oh man, I
You just had to
man,
have like
I-
a picture of where you
Jumper.
wanted to go. Jumper, that's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Wait,
The guy
does
who
that
played
have
Anakin
the?
Skywalker in like in 2 and 3.
Oh, I'm thinking of the
Hayden
Bruce Willis
Christensen?
movie. What's
Is
the
that
Bruce
the one
Willis
with Bruce
movie?
Willis?
That's what I was
No.
thinking of.
No, that's
No, but that is a
that's,
good one too.
That's a whole like trilogy. It's Glass. Is
No,
it?
no, they're thinking of
No,
something
no,
else. They're
no.
No, this is a
talking
different
about
one.
the-
There's a time
Oh.
travel situation where they're
Oh, yeah,
jumping
yeah, yeah.
and
No, I know what you're talking about.
No, this
and
isn't
then-
time travel.
Looper.
It's where
Looper.
he can Looper.
Looper.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
where
yeah. With
if he's been there, if he can see a picture, he can just transport himself there. And so,
Wow.
like, if you're in New York and you want to go to London, all he has to do is think about it, and he'll go.
it's like autistic people and they can see something and just draw it. you know, that's where my brain
With
goes.
both hands, 2 different ones.
Yeah,
Hey, Burley,
exactly.
you're fucking killing us here, man. What is your superpower?
Oh, I mean, I went straight to just X-ray vision. You know,
Yeah.
Creep.
I'll just be that guy. You know, if I didn't take
Why are you
invisibility
hanging
off,
out
I'd,
in the men's bathroom?
yeah. Just, you know what's on the other side of that wall, dude? The X-ray vision really ruined the glory hole for me.
We just like catch you just like staring at walls, and it's like, what do you? Let's see.
This is constantly daydreaming.
Just drool coming out of his lips.
Oh, I took the invisibility off because I feel like every dude would want to do that. Like the RA in that the superpower show or whatever, superhero show. Fuck. What's it called? We were just talking about it.
The Boys.
spinoff.
V?
The spinoff. Who was
V?
the RN in the dorms? Is that invisible guy?
Oh yeah. I can't remember his name. But I know who you're talking about.
He's just
And
a fucking pervert.
he was like in a relationship with a llama. Like it was
Yeah,
weird.
What, you don't want to be the guy that can turn into a girl?
Oh,
that could be fun too. That could be fun
Okay,
too.
so because I'm only on season 3, and I just found out who was blowing up the heads.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
same person who
Yeah.
comes? So it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the
Okay.
same thing. They're the same.
No,
Yeah.
no,
same
Yeah.
no. So the lady who was
Don't
blowing up the
ruin
heads
the
is
V
a
show
senator
for me.
now.
Yes, it's the same universe, Tyson. It's like Marvel. It's
But
they're
it's
in
the same person, is what I'm saying. So
Yes.
it's
Yes.
the same
Person.
senator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob's like, damn it.
He said, la 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 la. Have y'all seen
Man.
that Invincible show yet? I know it's a
Oh, yeah.
cartoon. It's fucking amazing.
What's
it's
Invincible?
amazing. It's a cartoon, but it's like
Oh, yeah,
it's
I haven't
definitely
seen
for adults.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing with Omni-Man and Invincible. Yeah, it's really good.
It's amazing. You'll recognize the
Awesome.
voices. It's definitely got Seth MacFarlane in there and a bunch of people.
So
you recognize.
it's got what's his name who plays he's the farmer's
about
insurance
Omni-Man?
guy.
Yeah, he's on every commercial.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Spider-Man news.
Yeah.
Jameson. Yeah, and then his son, he plays like Omni-Man, the main, like he's basically like Superman in this show. And then his son is voiced by Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Oh,
Dude, it's a good show.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
go
a
get
super
it.
nerd. I read and collected all the comic books, like
For
way
Invincible?
before. Yeah, way before anyone knew what it was. And dude, he has like a whole fucking fantastic universe. The guy that
the first
created
season
fucking
did amazing.
Walking Dead.
it's really that good?
Yeah,
Oh, dude, it's
Wow.
it's
All right.
It's not as it's not as real life is The Boys and V, right? We know that that's how they would be. This is a little more. It's like in between. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like it's not as crazy, but it's fucked up. Like they will like show you citizens getting fucking building
Just
like
annihilated.
giant bricks
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah, like he flies through people and there's blood everywhere. But the I think the really cool thing is like the storyline. Like he does a
Yeah,
really
the
good
story's
job
good.
at like building like the world. Like all the other characters too that you don't think are like that matter. They come up randomly throughout.
Oh, and they have like a whole
everything.
backstory, and yeah. So
My buddy, I can't unsee it now whenever I watch the show, is he goes, man, Invincible just gets his ass kicked for the whole show till like the end of the episode. I'm like, yeah, pretty much the whole fucking time.
Dude, wait
Yeah,
till
it's
you guys
definitely-
wait till they actually release like it gets wild. Like
oh
you
yeah,
think
no,
it's crazy
I looked
now.
into
Like
I looked into some
Homelander
of the
Wired?
graphic novels.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
like-
looking off on the top of a
Dude,
building.
he's such a good bad guy.
It gets pretty fucking crazy. And it gets really, really good. Like
Yeah.
just crazy shit happens.
Dude, wait, how far into the boys are you?
Me, season 3, episode
Okay.
7. The guy just got out of like prison, something. I can't strongman. What's his name or whatever? Strong boy,
I can't remember the names
Oh,
now.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier
Oh,
Boy.
Soldier Boy.
He just
Okay,
got
okay,
out of
okay.
prison, and he is going after his second person who controls like your mind. That's where I'm
Gotcha.
at.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to avoid any spoilers because
yeah. I was going to
there's
say,
some
Well,
great shit
buckle
on
up,
there.
buckle up, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, what
gets-
did you
It
think
gets-
of the
it gets
first
worse.
episode?
Homelander gets worse.
Oh, you have no fucking idea.
Yeah, he's horrible.
What'd you think of the first episode of season 3 when the fucking dude in that guy's dick just fucking explodes?
Oh, yeah, I actually had to like, okay, I'm not, no.
I was gonna say that is not a very Tyson show. It's interesting.
That's why I asked.
No,
that
there's some things I'm like, nope.
All that catheter talk from last week, it's like,
True.
so that's
Yeah,
how
I'm
it's
like-
done.
I
Well,
know
see,
how
that's
that
the thing.
feels.
That's the thing about The Boys is you're kind of like, this is a concept in a show or a movie I have never thought I would experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who thought that one up? And somebody get him on some meds because that was a lot.
Okay, we got to talk about some things. We got to talk about this is hot, right off the presses this week. Are y'all up to date on the Vince McMahon stuff?
No.
What's going on?
I don't.
He's about to
Oh.
ruin your world.
Yeah, with yeah.
Settle in, boys. Are we all familiar with who Vince McMahon is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Before
he's
you
in
go
trouble.
into this, can I ask you guys? Like, I watched WWE way back in the day, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
WWF.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to him? He went from looking normal to looking like a porcelain, like doll version of himself. Like he looks.
HGH. Barry
awful.
Bonds it. He
Oh,
Barry
yeah,
Bonds
and
it. Steroids
probably-
and
A crap ton of Botox, like guys like that in like facelifts and yeah.
Whoever
it's
he
the
was seeing did
mustache.
not do good. Yeah.
It's the mustache.
he Meg Ryan'd it. Meg Ryan was so good looking, she ruined it.
I feel like I need to
was
look
so
at Meg
sad.
Ryan. Like what did I not see?
So was what was her name? What's her name? The chick
Starlight?
from- Yeah,
Yeah, she
all
looks
messed
different.
up now.
Oh, yeah,
She's
she
like
looks
only
real bad.
27, 28.
Yeah, that one made me sad.
Same with Jennifer Aniston.
What's wrong with her?
Oh,
Too much work. Just age
Logan's
natural.
like, oh shit.
what the
You
heck?
See that? Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
like,
old
look at
Vince
him.
right there.
That doesn't even look like him anymore.
Kind of looks like
Yeah.
Logan if he just had a mustache.
Yeah, just rock the mustache, dude. And you gotta shave
Sure.
those Vanilla Ice lines into your eyebrows right there.
Yeah.
You know. But
That's so interesting. I wouldn't even have thought. I honestly, I could pass that dude on the street and not even have thought it was Vince McMahon.
oh man,
It fucked me up when I first saw him.
He's walking with a cane now. I mean, he's what 80. He's got to be
I have
pushing
no
80
idea.
by now. Yeah.
He's a perv though.
Well, I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about
So
it.
is there more to the story, or are we just saying like, hey, he looks crazy now?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm
So
No.
no. Okay,
it-
so
he's just think of Epstein Island and then
Nah,
he's-
nah, it's nothing like that.
no,
Nothing
it's
like
worse.
that.
Well, it's not worse. It's
it's
evenly disgusting.
it's disgusting.
Chocolate rain.
But I have questions, right? Okay, so let's break down what is being accused right now, the allegeds. Okay, so this chick started working for WWE. He got her a job, like a cushy, like $200K a year job, and she did nothing except service him in his office, in his home, and have threesomes with him and with other dudes. You remember what's his name, Laurinaitis, that old wrestler?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh no, he was. We're getting to him. He's later in the story. Yeah, y'all know Jimothy, right? He sent me the whole court transcripts, and I read all 76 pages. He's like, you're gonna love this, dude. Is he read it all too?
Oh my god.
And
I don't think I've ever read 76 pages of anything.
it is dude.
Except
It's
Twilight.
fascinating. It
Well,
is
Twilight, yeah.
fascinating. So
The fact that this is in public record, I couldn't put my business out there like that. I'm sorry.
it's the text messages that you get from him. I thought about showing them on the screen, but it's a whole thing. But I did screenshot them. So the text messages from Vince are like this. So following the threesome on May 11th, 2020, McMahon sent explicit messages to Mrs. Grant to further detail his fantasies and seeing her engaged in sexual relations. This is the text. This is a screenshot of the text. I love it. Thank you, Janelle. You just can't get enough, can you? In the future, is it going to be so bad It's funny because he texts like young people, like you, and instead of BE for B, it's just B. So bad that you'll demand to be fucked twice a day and not just with so and so. It's blocked out.
Wait, isn't that what Rob sent me?
Yes. Exactly. It's every single morning for breakfast. Just a side of dick and eggs. Why not let others see how your beautiful, voluptuous body and watch you shake uncontrollably when you come? Dude, it goes on and on and on and on. So he starts sharing her pictures around the WWE offices and texts her and is like, hey, the guys love it. You should do it with them too. And she starts doing that with them as well, right? So I can see where there's a power, like taking advantage of this girl, right? Maybe, right? There's an argument there. But then you see the list of gifts that she received, and it's wild, bro. Here we go. We got clubhouse access to the Belmont Stakes. You ever heard of that? It's some horse race thing.
Yeah, Belmont Stakes.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the three.
That's one of those white things that I don't know about. I know
Triple
wrestling,
Crown, baby.
Part of the Kentucky Derby and the other one.
Tons of Godivas, $20,000 in elective surgery paid directly to the surgeon's office. Pearl and diamond necklaces from Betteridge or someplace. So blue cashmere knee-length cardigan from Nordstrom, blue Burberry scarf from Nordstrom, blue cashmere and fur hat from... Dude, so many clothes. A 2022 BMW 430xi.
Nice.
But this is all bad for her, right? This is all painful for her. Like, that's where I'm getting a little weird here, where she was asking for things. $15,000 in Bloomingdale's gift cards. This is all her saying, this is what I received. This isn't like his side of the story. This is all her transcripts. So I think that, like, in the past, this dude has always paid hush money. I'm not saying he's not a creep. Definitely a creep. He's definitely paid off women in the past.
Big time.
But I think he's like, nah, here I'm cool, dude, because you just said it all. Like, he's actually going to court for this one. Now, there was some Brock Lesnar talk in there. And so the text messages were like, hey, I'm sending this guy to your city to, I need you to show him a good time, wink, wink, And so they tried to set it up 3 times. She was sending him nudes and everything else. He was giving the thumbs up. The text messages are all in there. And then every time some sort of scheduling conflict came up, they never really hooked up. It was just all over text, and she was sending him nudes. I don't know how much of a case this broad has. I honestly don't. Now, him pooping in her hair and stuff, yeah, is it deprived? And oh, yeah.
You missed the
This
best
is a weird
part.
turn. Like,
Yeah.
like, you can't just throw that out there.
Oh, yeah. He would have threesomes, shit in her hair, tell her to keep going with the other guy, and he would go wash up.
This started out with like, hey, do you guys recognize Vince McMahon? To like, somebody's got their hair pooped in.
Well-
you and I are on very different sides of Reddit.
Oh, this was national news, bro. This was like on the cover of Wall Street Journal.
Oh.
Like defecating
attention
in
to
women's
the news.
hair and stuff, dude. It's wild.
Yeah, he actively shit on her chest.
in her
And
hair,
then,
dude.
and then he it was all like running down her back, and they're still doing the 3-way. And then he's like, all right, yeah, continue on. And he goes and he gets dressed, whatever. Comes back and he's like, all right, you continue on. Don't stop.
You know who I feel bad
don't
for?
Wash.
You know who I feel bad for? Is the other guy who's just trying to bang this chick that's covered in Vince's poop. It's like,
And here I am, married 22 years, and I'm like, shut the door, get out.
I don't. You don't know. I've never shit in front of my wife. My wife has never shit in front of me. I don't play that. I don't play with poop.
Well,
I'm not
we
a
don't
poop
play that.
guy.
We don't even fart in front of each other. It's been 13
Yeah.
years.
Oh.
We
Oh, no, I
refuse.
I fart
No.
heavily.
My
wife doesn't.
I broke that rule. I broke that rule with my ex. She abused it. Like to an obsessive level. And I said to her when we first met, I'm like, just so you know, we're never breaking the fart rule. I will never fart in front of you purposely. I've let a couple go because, sometimes you hold it so long, it's just kind of like, burp, like you just move, and it's like, burp. You're like, fuck. Yeah, that was me. I can count on one hand. She says I do it in my sleep all the time, but I can't help that. I'm not active.
Everybody does.
That doesn't count.
I'm a
Doesn't
firm
count, babe.
believer that farts are funny.
She said it counts. It doesn't count. But no, it's not happening. And it'll never happen until I'm like 60, and I can't control it anymore. And then at that point, I'm gonna call Burley. Hopefully, he's still alive, and I'm gonna have him shoot me. Old Yeller me, baby.
Oh,
That's
dude,
funny.
Wait, so how do you where do you fart?
Do you like leave the room?
So, so especially if it's in the morning, it's one of those things where you're getting dressed. You're like, oh man, I only give myself like 25 minutes because I'm a very fast, like I just fucking get up and do shit right. And then it's the moment you get into your car, and then it's explosive.
I fart
Yeah,
all day.
I feel like you and your lady could get on a whole different level of intimacy if you just like let that vulnerability fly. Man, here's the
Never
best part is like if you're spooning and you both lay on your left side, the way that your intestines and your bowels are laid out, it just releases. So, like you just feel. Have you like never farted away a stomach ache? Like have you ever had so much pressure? To just
yeah.
fart?
Oh yeah.
Now imagine doing that together. It's like bonding.
Yeah, just make your buttholes kiss and just blow into each other. Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
It's called moon landing.
I would rather fall down a flight of stairs.
Oh, wow.
That's where I'm at. I can't
That's
do
so
it, man.
funny.
I can't do
Nah,
it.
man,
I thought it was great in my early 20s. Now I'm pushing 40. No, don't like
Have
it.
you guys seen that? Have you seen that trend where it was like, "Hey, guess my fart," and then people will like make a sound and then you fart?
That was the funniest shit ever.
I am so mad that I wasn't recording because my wife nailed it.
Really?
She was like, I was like, "Hey, guess my fart," and like this is not like 5 takes, and like until we get it right, like or whatever. She just was like. Quack, and I'm like, quack, I'm like, we both were like, no way, like it was like.
Oh man,
But-
yeah.
Have you
I mean,
ever
dude,
woken yourself up because you farted so loud?
Oh yeah.
last night?
When I had you guys didn't really hear about this, like kind of like part of the reason that I dropped off with like the Steve Winwood thing is I ended up so sick right around Christmas Eve and ended up throwing up so violently I had a hernia. Like I herniated my stomach into my esophagus. And I was out. Like I was like in like excruciating pain for like 3.5 weeks. Like we were in California, ruined my trip. But because my diaphragm was stuck open, I was all of the gases that normally go. So like your stomach is weird. Like it knows what gases to push down. The heavier ones that like get full of sulfur, like it's your farts, and then the lighter ones, which are burps. Well, when your diaphragm is stuck open and your gallbladder is off and your bile and everything's all messed up, like you get sulfur burps. You get fart breath.
Nice.
And like, yeah, dude, it was like I was just like miserable. If you look, I like didn't post anything on TikTok or Instagram for like 2 weeks, and so yeah, I've like just woken myself
Was this
up
after
with
you chugging the 2-liter bottle of Sprite? Is that what we should blame
No.
for this?
no. So it's funny. So you guys have seen that show Hot Ones, right?
Yeah.
With the
Yeah.
hot- So we went home. We went to my wife and I are both originally from California. We live in Utah now. We went home to visit her dad.
Haha. You said California. It's like, nah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to just trim all that out. Anyway, so we went home to California to visit family for Christmas. My father-in-law is like a big Christmas Eve, like minute to win it type game stuff.
Yeah.
And he
like
bought the
that
hot
game.
one. He bought the hot one set, and there's like 20 of us, like all of the siblings and like in-laws and stuff. And we're doing the hot ones. And dude, if they freaking trick you, those like first 7 sauces are super like these are hot, but they're not like they don't like increase. And then the last 2 are like melt your face.
Yeah.
Like
I
you're
did it on this.
screaming,
I did
like-
it on this podcast. It's the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah, like the last 2, like the atomic one or whatever. Like my sister-in-law's rubbing like sour cream on her lips to try to just like alleviate it. It's just everybody like the last one. Everybody just is like. Long story short, I have horrible acid reflux. Like I take prescription omeprazole.
Jesus.
And-
Why would you do that?
I don't know because it was just like little dabs. But anything that my point being is like it was so mild. I'm like, oh, these aren't that bad. These aren't that bad.
Yeah.
So and then I'm like increasingly getting more and more sauce on my chicken every time we're just doing chicken strips. We get to the last one, I'm way overconfident, and I'm just like dripping in this atomic sauce. That's like this new Apollo pepper that's apparently hotter than
Yeah.
a ghost pepper. I pop it in, and I'm like, wow, yeah, it's got some heat. And then it was just like instant regret.
Did you try the bomb one?
Yeah.
That was the worst one to me.
Yeah,
'Cause
whatever
it
the
just
last
tastes
one was.
It tastes like battery acid and just it's so
It was
bad.
like black. Anyways, like fast forward 8 hours later, I am violently relieving myself out of my mouth. And it was like so bad that like I woke up everybody in the house. Like I'm a violent puker. And long story, I should send you guys the picture of what it looked like. But basically it's
Just- Wait, what? Wait.
That was
It-
his
it-
stomach that went into his
so
esophagus.
the top of your stomach.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about your beehole, dude.
I
was
also
like,
thought
you
you were talking
prolapsed
about-
like it
No,
came
no.
out. Oh,
No. So like if this is like your
That's
diaphragm,
called hemorrhoids.
like your esophagus was right here, and then your diaphragm, and then your stomach. My stomach like rolled inside out like a sock up into my esophagus. And like we ended up coming home, and I ended up in the ER because my wife like woke up to me like curled in a ball, like whimpering in pain, like at like 5 o'clock in the
Jesus.
morning. So
were you trying to like man up and just like figure it
oh yeah,
out?
dude. Every time I coughed, every time I sneezed, every time I freaking breathed, I like was trying to act like I wasn't like what wanting
Dying?
to die.
So what do they do in that situation?
So it's either surgery or they, because of like, I mean, it's funny. I just talked about this on our podcast, but I had to get an ultrasound like your wife does when she's pregnant. Like I was laying on the table with my shirt rolled up, the towel tucked underneath, and then like squirt the
having a
warm
boy.
jelly on your belly. And then like I'm of course like looking at the guy and I'm like, is it a boy or a girl? And he's like, it's not funny to him.
I've heard that 1,000 times.
But
dog.
they're like, okay, well, the level of it where it's at, it could potentially slip itself back into place, and we can give you some medications like muscle relaxers and some other things that pretty much help like relax the stomach muscles and make it flop back down. They're like, or surgery. So I'm like,
Yeah, let's go with the
let's
first
go
one.
with the
for sure.
meds first. And then literally I was doing like ape hangers like on like pull-up bars, and like literally I even lifted up the bucket on one of our excavators at the end of the day, and I just hung
Really?
from the bucket to try to just stretch my torso out. And I think I texted you, Tyson, or told you later in that day, but I felt like this like suction pop, and it was like I felt it like pop back into place, and I like dropped to my knees and was like screaming in our yard where we park machines and stuff. And then I just got up and went home.
Everybody just looking at you.
I'm like, it's okay. My stomach is where it's supposed to be now, I think.
I'm going to Hooters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Can I tell
Oh,
you a
man.
funny story that I heard from a friend of a friend?
yeah.
So
Heard it
you
from a
mentioned
friend
pink
who-
sock. So a
geez.
long time ago, you don't know this story, woman. So I was working at GameStop, and one of my employees, I don't know why he decided to tell me this story. I forget what we were talking about. Apparently his friend was banging this girl. They were doing anal, and it was like a high school thing, so it was kids, right? Parents,
Even better. Yeah, I'm back in. I'm back
Right?
in.
parents. So everything's going good. Parents come home, open the door. So two things happened.
No.
She clenches, he pulls. So what ends up happening is he pulls her sphincter out on his dick. She's bleeding, and I'm guessing there's poop. Because why wouldn't
It's
there
gotta
be
be
poop?
poop. There's poop in there.
It's gotta be. So according to this story, I don't know how accurate it is. I wasn't there, obviously. The kid takes her sphincter, pulls it off his dick, hands it to her, gets dressed. Hold on, gets dressed, walks out the house, says hi and bye to the parents, and leaves.
Oh my
Apparently,
god.
the girl was so fucked up and so embarrassed, they moved, and no one ever saw her again. Sorry, when you said pink sock, it reminded me
I
of
like
that
how
movie.
Logan and Tyson are just like, ugh. Just-
You guys thought
I don't-
Burley was going to say something fucked up.
I don't even have a response. Like I'm just like,
Fun fact, I actually know this. if the windsock thing ever happens to you, do you know how they fix it in the ER? You can actually do it at home. Pour just table sugar on it. Does something that just sucks it back into your body. Yeah.
It's like salt to a slug.
Basically, but it's pink.
Oh, what?
Well, this has been really fun.
I have no idea. I have no comment.
And just imagine, Burley's not drinking yet.
Yeah, I'm
Burley's
sober, dude. I've been sober all month.
Me too.
Word.
That's so funny.
So
Tasha said she's very proud of you, Burley.
I'm crushing
I am
life,
too.
dude.
Like I said,
Kinda-
you look good. Like you look
Down for the record. I'm gonna put this on the record since I don't weigh myself again till I only weigh on Mondays. 32 pounds this month.
good. Shut up.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Good for
Yeah.
you, dude.
He
Probably
lost
most of it
32
water weight.
pounds this month, babe.
In a month?
Yeah, most of it's probably water weight, so let's factor that in.
Hey, man.
But yeah.
A win is a win. No joke.
Hey, she's
yeah.
getting blood work tomorrow, and she's like 5 drinks deep. So, whoa, that'll be a fun blood work. when it comes
You always have to lie about that. I don't have any video for this.
I had a cheesesteak today for lunch, and I feel like I gained 32 pounds.
I miss bread so much. God, I miss bread.
What are you doing, like keto?
Carnivore.
Carnivore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll shed some weight doing that for sure.
Yeah. And then I finally have my garage gym set up now, so after
Good for
this
you.
podcast, I'm going out there to work out. So,
Nice.
but
I'm going to make cent of the month for March is what I'm doing after this.
nice. You want to? You know what? Give y'all's plugs while we're here. We got about 20 minutes left. Let's hit y'all's plugs. Where can people find you?
So I'll go first because Tyson. I don't know if you're lagging, but so I don't have anything cool like Tyson. I don't have like a whole business that I've built, but I
Yes,
do.
you have.
I do whore myself out on Instagram and TikTok for your likes and follows and your laughs. But no, I'm just Logan Pete. My name's Logan Peterson, but it's Logan Pete on TikTok and Instagram, and I just do like mental health jokes, blue collar jokes, family stuff. I just try to be the guy that I portray to be on social media and just try to make you laugh. And I'm really big on just like men's mental health, really big on guys taking care of themselves and like feeling like they've got a voice, because a lot of times we get told to just shut up and suck it up. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Quite
And
true.
Tyson's he's right there along the road, right there along with the ride with me. We started Dad Bods and Beards podcast, and that came
It's true.
pretty much from me and him meeting on TikTok 2 years ago when I started.
Is that how y'all
using
met?
his- Yeah,
Yeah.
I reached
that's
out to
awesome.
him because I saw some Copper John's products, and I was like, "Hey man, these are the scent profiles I like. What do you suggest?" And we were like, found out we lived an hour away from each other,
Nice.
and now
Yeah,
we're
he
engaged.
called me
and
one
we're-
night when I was in here, and I'm like, yeah, like I normally wouldn't take phone calls. And I'm like, yeah, here it is. And I called, like, really, I'm weird about that. I don't want my private information out there. And so, even though it's so easy to find it, like everyone knows my name. But but anyway, we talked and we just clicked like really well. So
I would've
now we're
thought
getting
y'all-
Best
married.
friends?
Yeah.
You want to do karate in the basement?
I 100% thought y'all like knew each other from at least college or something. But yeah.
No, our first time meeting was about 2 years ago at a beard competition, like
It'll
in
be
person.
2 years ago in July. We
And I made fun of him so bad because there was a guy who just made him like
Well-
it was hilarious. That's all I gotta say.
We'll come back to that story, but you gotta plug yourself, Tyson.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
Tyson.
giggity.
I'm with Copper Johns.
That's it.
Favorite dinosaur? Velociraptor.
Velociraptor!
You guys can find us anywhere on any social media, and you'll see me and Logan on a lot of together. I'm on his, he's on mine, and yeah.
What is Copper John? Tell the people.
We're a beard and grooming company, so we're trying to be an overall grooming and still be perfecting the beards, but we really want to become intertwined with overall grooming with men and women, so we're really pushing that.
Yep, and I can attest. I've had the beard oil. It is great. I got three of them. Three of them.
Thank you.
Tyson will
Delicious.
not be the guy to do this because he does not boast about himself, even though I tell him all the time he should.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have used a lot of different. I've used all of the big name beard products over the years. I mean, I've been growing my beard out for probably 6 or 7 years now, like growing for length.
Yeah.
I don't use anything else, and that's not like. I mean, I literally switched only to Copper Johns even before he and I became pretty much best friends. And he's not gonna boast it up himself, even though he knows it. But there's nothing else like on the market. Everyone else is like, oh, it's just beard oil. When you guys see, if you look in the background, that is how he hand makes everything and hand formulates everything. He's got 5 freaking degrees in chemistry and biology, and
What?
like hand formulates what you're putting on your face. I guarantee you, every other company out there cannot say that. So
I appreciate it, man.
like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you've met the guy, and you get to know like his integrity and who he is as a guy, and then he has put that into a company. So I don't even. This isn't like a pat on the back. I don't even entertain any other beard company on social media because, I mean, like Matt and other guys that have a decent following that have a beard, you get reached out to by guys that just want you to push their product, and there's a lot of guys that do that, and they make a lot of good content, and they're very honest about it. I don't even want to bother because like I'm not going to bother using that. So that's the plug for you, Tyson. If you guys
That's
have
called-
tried Copper Johns, and you have a beard, even if you don't have a beard, like my wife uses the oil as like the facial oil because it's literally that good.
That,
Well, you
that
sold
right
me.
there, Tyson. That right there is called a jihad. He just blew you up, bro. He just blew you up. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So sorry, I'm passionate about his company.
No,
and
I was here for it. That's dope.
so
Also, Duke Cannon can suck it.
Duke Cannon. Oh yeah. Tyson and I, we went to breakfast what a month ago. And after we did that news segment for the local news, and we went to breakfast at this place, and they had like in the gift shop they had like Duke Cannon stuff, and we just like walked by, we were just like talking crap about it, like ugh, like
Every time I go to Lowe's, they have it like at the displays right when you're checking out. I'm like, they suck. They
Yeah.
suck.
but
Yeah, we're going to be working on those displays actually with Logan's sister. So we're growing.
Y'all going out to
and-
stores?
Yeah, we just closed a 17 store chain in Chicago area, and we're working on 167 store chain and then another 7 one. So if we get this 167 store one, they require you to be 100% natural, and so I had to send all my product in for them to get tested. Even though we have all our stuff tested, they had to get it tested. So once it comes back in February, they'll see that it's 100% natural. If we get in there, we'll get into Sprouts, we'll get into Whole
You're
Foods,
gonna
all that
have to
stuff,
hire
because
some
it's like
people,
they're
dog.
like the echelons of it. Like everyone knows you're in there, you're everywhere else. So
You're gonna have to hire some people for sure.
What was that?
You have to hire some people, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
have.
lot of stores.
We already have Logan. I told Logan one day, man, he's going to be running it, and I'm not being sarcastic.
we'll get there, buddy.
Dude, you have to set it
First
up
thing you
like
gotta do is quit your job.
what was that Denzel Washington movie where you had all the women making coke? Remember that one?
Training
The
day.
American Gangster.
Training day.
Yeah, it was a Training Day. One of those movies. But yeah, you should do that. But they got to be naked and
just-
stuff. Yeah.
We just gotta like beard
can't be
brand
making
ain't
like-
got. That's funny.
Bush Bomb. Is Bush Bomb a thing? Has anybody ever made Bush Bomb?
I'm making a ball wash.
That works too. But Bush Bomb, I like that it plays on the phonetics. I like that.
Put a
That's
little
funny.
mint in there, and it's
Woo, spicy.
Spicy meatball.
All right, we cannot end this show without talking a little Taylor Swift, guys.
Careful,
Cannot.
man.
I got into an argument today with somebody. Have you been keeping up with the AI thing that's going on with her?
AI.
no AI. Not a clue
So-
with AI.
A ton of AI pictures are coming out that people are making of Taylor Swift doing all sorts of crazy shit. Sexual, non-sexual, all sorts of wild stuff. Like to the point where Twitter had to shut down searching Taylor Swift because there were so many pictures. And Taylor Swift's losing her mind trying to like sue and stuff. Like, who do you sue? That's my question. Like, I got into an argument with a buddy of mine today because he was like, I think it's wrong. It's terrible. I was like, there's nobody to get mad at. It's just it's a computer program pulling from millions of pictures into something that's not real. Like, they do that with presidents. They do that with all sorts of stuff, you know. But because it's Taylor, everybody's up in arms. Where do y'all stand on that? Like, would you be upset if somebody did an AI fake of y'all?
I've seen what I look like as an AI person, and I look horrible, so I'd be upset.
No, it looks great.
I've seen what I look like really naked, and I don't think anybody would want to Google that anywa's.
I don't even want to see myself naked. So
I'm just thankful that the mirror is fogged up when I get out of the shower.
y'all
No,
know about
true,
like
no.
body dysmorphia, right? Like body dysmorphia, y'all know about that?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all have it at all? Like,
No, it's pretty accurate.
Well, you know what's one thing I've noticed? So Tyson and I did 75 hard last spring, and we both
doing
lost. I mean, I lost almost 50 pounds. Tyson lost what? You lost like 45 something pounds or more.
how many times did
And-
y'all have to start over?
What?
How many times did y'all have to start over?
When I went to Vegas for Cosmoprof, I had to start over. I was at day 70-ish.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I literally could not work out when I was there. I was just
But see, to me, that's. I mean, if you guys understood like how with the undertaking that it was for us to get to Vegas and everything Tyson and I do to get there, like I kept telling him, like, dude, you still freaking won in my book. But so I started at like 304, and
Yeah.
being 5'10", I mean that's a good chunk of change too, right? And I don't see the physical changes that some people have said that they've seen in me because I still see I still have got a chunk to lose. Like I'm still in the 250, 260s, right? So like I still see them. I still
He's
see
just a little
myself
guy.
that same way, right? I'm like I'm still like
Okay.
this. I still see myself how I felt I looked in a negative light at my heaviest. So I'm afraid of like if I keep on this path and keep losing, that I'm never going to see myself for how I actually look. So I'm like, oh, maybe I do have body dysmorphia.
No, I have it, but it's the opposite. Like when I
Oh,
get ready for work, and shit, like, damn, you look good, dude.
Like,
yeah. But then, yeah, exactly. I'm that guy. I'm like, oh,
Good for
double
you, man.
guns. Yeah,
no,
but
I'm kind of like you,
but,
Burley. And then I come on lives and do these things. Then I look at myself and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, and I'm until if I see a picture of me, I go, oh no.
Yeah,
This is terrible.
that's
This
exactly
is why
how
it's
it
perfect for here for me.
I feel the same way,
You
Burley.
know?
Same way. Or when you try to put on something, you're like, oh yeah, I looked good in this. You put it on, you're like, what happened? Why? Why do I?
The
why
worst
do I
is
see
when
my underbelly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the worst is whenever you get out into public and you're like, I got a little bit of draft, and you realize your underbelly is hanging out. You're like, this is the worst day ever. This is the
You want
worst
to
day.
you want to know the solution to that?
Kill
I don't
yourself.
care how hot it is. I wear what?
An
I
undershirt.
said, kill yourself.
No, I don't care how hot it is. I always wear an undershirt, and I tuck that. I put my undershirt on, and then I tuck it like into my boxers,
Man.
and then I put the pants on. So it's like if I bend over, and like you're not going to see the crack. You're going to see my undershirt, and then like my top my underwear line.
I feel like if I tucked in my shirt, I would hate myself. There's no way.
Not my t-shirt, just the shirt underneath my shirt.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not rocking
So-
like tucked in t-shirts and jeans. Like I'm saying, like
I got
you know,
told
like,
today. I got
always
told
got an
today I
undershirt.
have to class it up a little bit at work because I'm just a polo and t-shirt and jeans guy. But I work in an office, and everybody else is wearing business casual, and I'm just that guy. So I got told today I got to polish my look. So now I'm looking into what do fat guys wear when they don't want to tuck in their shirts. That's what I'm looking up right now. Yeah.
There's
So-
there's a
What
shirt
are
I
you
can
saying
send it to
about
you.
my Dixon? I'm doing it for the style.
No, literally. So the freaking flannels that Tyson wears all the time is the Dixon brand flannels. He bought me my first one for my birthday. They're they're pricey, but they're super nice. They fit big dudes so freaking well. Like
They do.
I was like,
they
I
long?
wear-
Or, like if you have a stomach, you can buy an extra large. Like say you're an extra large, but you have a stomach, you can buy an extra large, and it's going to go over your stomach and fit perfect.
dude, it drapes
Really?
so well.
Like the
And
front
this
of
is
your
my,
shirt will actually touch your dick, that type of thing.
Garth.
Because that went away a long time for me. Like there's that gap of air between my
No.
shirt and my jeans. You know?
No, I mean it's long.
Oh, it drapes
wow.
over. Okay, I'm into that.
Dude, and they're like
Dixon.
thick and they're rigid. So like they're really well structured shirts too.
I'm into that.
DIXXON. I'm actually Copper John's. In the next 6 months, we're doing a collab with them.
It's
Which
awesome.
is
dude.
freaking
That's awesome, dude.
huge.
That's amazing. They're a
sick.
huge company. It's like a
You're
cult
blowing up.
following. Like I've had content that Tyson and I have made together, and I've literally gotten
They'll
comments from
comment on my
guys who are
shirt.
like, "Sick Dixon, man!" Like and I get it now that I've worn it. It's funny. My wife got me like a nice flannel from Old Navy or H&M or something for Christmas,
Yeah.
and then Tyson got me this Dixon for Christmas or for my birthday, which is right around there, and she's like, "You've worn that shirt that Tyson gave you twice, and you haven't worn the one I've gotten you once." Sorry.
Dixon's
It's
are that good.
but
I have
it's
about
so
40 of
nice.
them.
Really? Mm-hmm. All right.
And
I'll
they're
buy
like what?
one or two a month.
They're like
Candace,
60
like,
bucks
you
a
don't
pop.
need any more. I'm like,
$60 is all right if it's a good shirt that's gonna last. You know what I mean?
dude, they last forever.
I
Yeah, it's
switched.
amazing.
I switched from beaters as undershirts to a buddy of mine had me try these. They're called 32 degrees. They're like super light breathing undershirts.
Yeah.
So like I switched over to
what
those,
I have.
and dude, yeah,
Super
fucking
wiggly.
game changer, dude. They're super light. Like I was having issues with my fucking deodorant. I wear Degree. My
Dude,
deodorant
Papa
fucking
John's.
going through all my shirts, and these fucking shirts have fucking saved all my shit. They're awesome. They're a little expensive.
Rob.
It's like $30 for a 4-pack or something.
You got to try the Copper John's deodorant, dude. No joke.
Rob, after this,
You guys selling me?
no, Rob, after,
so
after
here's the
this,
thing.
Give me your
get
email and
a-
I'll send you a gift card so you can try it.
All right, I'll try it because I'm allergic to. I've tried a million deodorants. I think my dad's allergic. I'm allergic to everything except Degree. It's the only thing I can fucking wear without
I've tried
getting.
that. I've tried that thing too. Every girl I told them I was allergic to condoms. They never bought it. they never bought it.
No, dude, this I feel like I've become like somewhat of a hippie thanks to Tyson because of like the whole like all natural thing.
Seriously,
So
though.
I never real I was only an Old Spice guy, like pure sport Old Spice deodorant. That's all I ever used. Like my dad used that, and so like I used that. It was weird. I never realized I used to sweat more and have BO. And then when I went through like this weird like aluminum detox and all these chemicals that are in your deodorant, and I started like Tyson when he first came out with it, it wasn't even labeled. He's like, "Here, take this, try it for like a month and let me know." And dude, no joke, I don't even need to wear deodorant every day because
No, you
I'm gonna
skip
shower
every other day.
But no joke, the way that it works, I mean, it lasts all day, the smell, but it's like when you detox all those crazy chemicals out of your pits, and I don't know, you gotta try
Your
it. So, yeah,
armpits will be black for a good month to 2 months.
it was weird. Like it was like
What?
my body was like excreting, like secreting the aluminum that absorbs into your pores from all the big brand deodorants.
Really? That's wild.
Yeah.
No, really, it's scary. Like it's black, like literally black. Like you got to punch like a black eye in your armpit.
Well, now, now I have to try it because
I think you said black guy, and I went, "Whoa!"
Whoa. Yeah,
And then
yeah,
after it's all done, it literally you don't have to use it every day because it's like almost like the store bought stuff is makes you stinky.
Yeah,
Weird, right?
I'm a firm believer in you're supposed to sweat. Antiperspirant can't be healthy, right? It can't be
Now, if
healthy
you're
for
allergic
you.
to baking soda, this does have baking soda, and we're working on a non-baking soda like gel, like kind of like the regular deodorants that goes through the little strainer. We're working on something like that with the non-baking soda. So if you're allergic to baking soda, that's not for you.
Hey,
I don't think I am. I'm allergic to silver, which is weird. Like I can't wear a silver chain.
That is
Are you a
weird.
werewolf?
Look at the
might be.
beard, of course.
Good call.
Speaking of werewolves, Tyson and I are addicted to Twilight.
Do what now?
Twilight. You guys never read Twilight?
The books were good.
But no,
I did
I
read
know
the
what it
books.
is, but if it's more.
Burley, you're not a man until you watch Twilight with your
Bro.
wife.
Tyson
Listen, dude,
and I send each other Twilight TikToks. Like, I sent you one today, didn't I?
You did. You did.
that is. Okay, okay. Listen, I love vampire movies. I don't want to see a sparkly vampire. I don't think.
No,
You know?
you don't do it for that. You do it to just love Bella and Edward and root
It's for the
Jacob.
story, Burley.
Isn't it low key like kind of screwed up though?
It's
Yeah,
really
he's like
lovely gay, but
120-year-old vampire, and he marries a teenager. Yeah, it's not weird.
Yeah. Okay.
The books
And
are much
in there-
better than the movie, by the way.
Oh,
the
I
books
read,
are way
yeah,
better.
I read all the books. Man,
My
Stupid
daughter
God.
just makes fun of me all the time because I even like Vampire Diaries. And they're like, so Dad, what you watching? Twilight? And she walked in. I'm like, yeah, actually. It was Twilight. And it was just a couple nights ago.
Golly. Okay. I've never watched any of these movies.
Yeah, but then,
Do you
then
guys
again,
do?
what?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's probably no surprise in Burley. So we kind of go back to Taylor Swift, but it's like I'm kind of a Swiftie too. So
I'm not
Twilight,
against Taylor
Swiftie.
Swift. I don't hate her.
Everyone is having such a hard time with Taylor Swift being on TV and all that kind of stuff. And they showed on average. So Drake, Lee was Spike Lee anyway, they show minutes of them every telecast when they're at a basketball game, a football game, all that kind of stuff. Eminem, all that kind of stuff for the Lions. For Taylor Swift, they showed 28 seconds last game, and people were up in arms like it's too much. And I'm like, they showed more of everyone else than her. Like they're really trying not to focus on her. And so I think it's kind of weird how all these guys are up in arms when you simply have like everyone else is over minutes. Like Drake, you see Drake every time at a Raptors game. Like that's all you see. And so it's Jack Nicholson back in the day when he was Lakers. You see minutes of him. It's just like it's weird how a bunch of dudes are upset about Taylor Swift, but they're not upset about anyone else. I don't care. I think it's cool.
I think it's the fans that people are upset about. Like, you guys live in fairly big cities, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
close
okay.
by.
Have y'all ever been in a city that Taylor
does, I
Swift
don't.
was in town?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Solid.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You're all the fans are out and about, like trying to find her, like a Where's Waldo, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I
Like
work
they-
with someone who was a Taylor Swift fan, and she cried when she went and saw the Swift movie, Taylor, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The
And
Eras
my
Tour.
daughters and my wife went to it. I won't go to it. I'm not a huge fan, but it doesn't mean that I don't like her. But
Do I listen to
funny
her
is I-
music? No. Do I understand she's talented as all hell?
yeah,
Yeah. She's crazy talented, you know.
It's
she was
funny.
on
is
New Girl.
I think it's one of those things where like she is like exactly who she portrays to be, and like her fan base is I think what people don't like. Is like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's
cult
the
following.
fans that people get upset about. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
yeah.
Did you guys see that? Did you see that TikTok of that kid in the Ravens jersey that like smashed her vinyl? Like he made a TikTok where it's really weird. He's like, so her like 1989 Taylor's version album. I'm not going to get into this and like out myself of how much I know, but
Seriously, though.
she released it on vinyl, right? And this kid is like standing in front of the like Target, and he's holding the vinyl, and it says like F Swift. He wrote it on his fingernails,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird. If he's like trying to prove a point that he's like a man, and he like wrote on his fingernails, and
He had to use his
takes
thumb
it-
at some point.
he takes it. He's wearing a Ravens jersey. He takes it out of the sleeve and he smashes it on the ground to like try to make a point. But this is the funny thing is where the fan base came after him is her vinyl was actually either like a baby blue or kind of like a peach color, and the vinyl the record that he smashed was black. So everybody was like, "Buddy, you don't have to lie. We know
faking
you
the
didn't
funk."
actually smash the record." And so now, like, there's all these TikToks making fun of the guy about like him getting ready, and it's like showing this guy like painting his nails, and he's like tapping it like I'm going to save the real one for later, and it's just like it's just the
Dude,
same
did
thing
you
of like
see-
you thought you did something
Amer-
there, but like the Swifties came for your throat, and like now you're
yeah,
a
it's
joke.
he's clout chasing. Yeah.
Did you see American
100%.
Airlines made Super Bowl flights, and one is it goes from KC to Vegas, and it's the flight number is 1989, and then the way back is Kelsey's number 87,
Oh goodness!
and people
Jeez.
were freaking the fuck out. It's like, oh my god.
But why are people freaking out? Like, average Joes are not going to the Super Bowl this year. The cheapest,
Dude.
the cheapest situation for two people to go to the Super Bowl this year: flights, cheap hotels, cheap food, cheap parking is like $36,000.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
nosebleeds.
and that's nosebleeds. Yeah, I saw that video. That's wild,
like
dude.
who's going to the Super Bowl this year?
Was that you who shared it, Burley? That's how I
Yeah.
saw it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah, and
Like,
if you want to,
people
if you want to actually sit on the field, it's going to double that easily.
Yeah, so people are like freaking out. It's like, you know, who's like the people who can afford those tickets are taking their own planes.
Now, do they try to incorporate her in the Super Bowl somehow?
She may not even be going there because she's going to be in freaking Tokyo.
No, did you not see it? That it ends Friday or Saturday night at 11
Yeah,
or
I saw the whole
midnight, and then all of a
breakdown.
sudden it goes back a day. So she'll land around 7 o'clock Saturday night, be able to sleep, and be fine. So she's making it.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
I
do
don't
they
know, I
try to
still think-
incorporate her somehow?
As rigged as everybody thinks it is, I think that I have to. I have to believe the Niners are going to pull it off. So
Okay. Actually, I wanted to say this one thing earlier, but did you know that I saw this thing on the news? They believe that she has the power, current state, to sway the election either way.
Oh, 100%.
dude,
That's wild.
She's
That's
so powerful. If she ran for president, she would make it.
well, have you seen those memes about have you ever seen pictures and videos of her tours?
I've seen some footage. Yeah.
So they're insane. They're insane. Like if you don't think it's an amazing put on show it.
You ever see how they bring her out?
Yeah, she's like hidden in a like a
Like
janitor's.
a custodian, like a janitor's thing, whatever.
But
yeah.
I just the memes of if aliens visited the planet, they would think this was our leader. Like if they like visited in the middle of a Taylor Swift concert, because it's like the Coliseum, you know.
Well, dude, her
she-
tours do so well. Like she brings like
she's made
$1
over $1
billion
billion
to
already.
the city.
Yeah.
The city alone generates like $1 billion, and it gets so much money. Didn't she like bonus her truck drivers like $100,000 or something crazy?
Yeah, it was. So that was kind of floating around Trucker Talk and the other like trucker pages and stuff like that have been on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, a select group of them all got like a very, very significant bonus because of for the ones that are continental United States, the guys that are just hauling ass all over for her shows. I mean, she's got like 50 plus rigs that need to be there are a lot of them are owner operators and stuff, but it's her stage alone is takes up a massive amount of trucks. It's crazy.
I think we're gonna have to call this episode Taylor Talk, for sure.
It's funny. Well,
Fellas, thank y'all for coming on, dude.
Logan starts crying. He's like, I love
Yeah,
Taylor so much.
no, y'all.
No. Do I listen to her music when I work out? Yeah, maybe. Who cares?
How? Dude, my workout music has to be so angry. Just some angry teenage angst shit. You know? that's what
See,
it
I
all
just
is.
listen to podcasts.
Really?
I do.
I couldn't do that to
Bye.
work out.
Bipolar is a hell of a drug, man. It's weird. What normally sets what normally calms people down and what amps people up, I'm opposite.
That's wild.
I'm time for bed. Disturbed.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
And I'm you want to go angry dance in the forest? It's Carly Rae Jepsen, Taylor Swift,
Not mad at Carly Rae. I'm not mad at her. If you ever want to go down a dark hole of just funny, look up the Disturbed Down with the Sickness karaoke clips, and there's supercuts of people trying to do the wah. It's probably the funniest thing ever. It's good for a good 20 minutes of laughing. So, fellas, thank y'all for coming on. It's been a fucking blast.
Yeah,
100%.
Thank you.
Definitely
Except for
want
the
y'all to come
butthole
back
stuff.
on.
That was
again.
weird.
Except for what?
Yeah,
Except for the
sorry
butthole
guys.
stuff. That was weird.
You know what? That's on brand for our show. So, that's on brand for the show.
That's
So,
good.
but yeah, dude, everybody, check these guys out. Their podcast is called Dad Bods and Beards. Listen to it. Fucking, they're not as dirty as us. Sorry if you're fans of them and you had to listen to this. So,
We do have a clean rating on our podcast.
yeah. Oh, y'all don't have the E on there?
Nope,
Yeah.
it says straight up clean family show.
Weak.
Sorry. My
All
bad.
right. Everybody else, fucking listen to Rob's show. Is Drink O'Clock podcast, and everybody else. See y'all next Tuesday.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Dude.